Gentlemen, we are live, Brickyard 420-25 edition for NASCAR 25 as we try to get Kyle Busch his second win at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and try to get him his sixth win of the season. In the race at Pocono, I had top 10 speed in that one. I think it's going to play similar to that racetrack in Michigan with the longer straightaways. Drafting is going to be very huge. Hopefully we have a decent handling car in the corners as well. 4 separate turns, obviously, right here at Indy. Going to start off with a looser setup as we get into practice on this stream. We're going to run about a dozen laps of practice, and then I'm going to get into the race itself.
Settle in, hit your marks, and focus on our goal.
And if the car's too loose right out of the gate, I can always go back to the neutral setup. I felt like I didn't make the car loose enough at Pocono, so I'm trying to learn from other racetracks. I've not raced at Indy yet, obviously, on this game. Haven't gotten that far in the Xfinity schedule in the trucks race at IRP. We haven't even gotten to that yet either. I'll talk about my adventures over the last couple days throughout the course of the stream. I want to start by just get the fine-tuning in with this race car first and foremost. Whoops. That was my fault there. I just floated the car out too close to the wall. NASCAR fan livestreams _43. Matthew Dorda Bruno. Wade, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Patrick Shadley, welcome to the stream. I see you as well. You got to be careful down on that apron. I don't have any drafting help right now, so it's kind of hard to tell what kind of speed I have in the race car. Leader's at a 48.935. The goal and the target looks like it's at a 49.027. Jamari Wilson, welcome to the stream. Have the game on Steam, but the car is super loose. Tuning, how do I fix it? So what tracks are you loose at? My birthday's in August. Happy Tuesday, Matthew. Catching a car up here. I think I've got decent single car speed at least, 49.648 on my first lap, and that wasn't even a clean lap either. Try to go a little harder. Full throttle through turn 4. When I actually get my apex right, I can go full throttle through 4. I got a big run on this car up ahead of us. Might be catching a little bit of draft down the straightaway, 49.267. Now, that was within 0.3 of the leaders. That I felt really good about. Pretty shallow entry into 1. Justin Allgaier in the 40 cars who were catching. Going to get to the outside. Big run. I didn't lift. August 11th is my birthday. Can't even keep a line at Daytona. I felt pretty stable at Daytona. What setup are you going with the preset? Assuming you're using a pre-settings setup. Curious to know. Could be just starting off a little too loose there. I will say I had more stability when I went 1 to the tight instead of neutral. I felt like I had more grip overall with the Cup cars there than I did the Xfinity and trucks. Xfinity and trucks, I felt very loose at Daytona as well. Not spinning out loose, but I was definitely on the free side. I could have been spinning out depending on where I got select pushes by other vehicles in the draft. At all tracks. You might just have to go tighter setup, or you can mess around with the stability. I know road courses I'm very, very loose, and I can't drive them without stability help on this game to be fast. So I would probably mess around with that a little bit. I'd start it at 20, and then if you need more, go from there. But the more stability you put in, the slower you're going to be versus the AI, so you might have to dummy down the difficulty a little bit. I don't do that, which is why I just struggle on the road courses for speed usually, but playing on your own, obviously you can do whatever you want. That's just my parameters I try to stick to. I hit the wall once in practice here. Not hard. It was that last lap where I ran the 55. Back in the 49s. The best gamer? Well, I appreciate that. I don't think I'm anywhere near the best, but I do my best. Custom right. I'll show you post practice where I'm at for Indy, for instance. I don't have any stability help on at Indy, by the way. The bigger ovals I have traction. It's just some of the short ovals, not all of them, but some of the short ovals I feel like I lack a little bit. Like Bristol's really tough for me to have without stability. I get really loose off the exit of the corners. And even with slight stability at 20%, I still get a bit loose, so it's drivable. But it didn't slow me down too much because we won the Xfinity race there, so. Michael Turner, welcome to the stream. 26. Getting old. That's what I am.
Outside now.
An old fart.
They're outside.
49.184, fastest lap I've ran in practice yet. That was a great lap. I was only 0.2 off the leaders. Wow, I got right down on the curbing. I didn't think I could run on the apron there just above the curbing. I'm scared to hit the curbing, I can tell you that much. Great speed on Michael McDowell in the 71. I think that was McDowell up here. Get some draft down the main straightaway. Big pickup. 49.581. I messed up somewhere. Racetrack, big dive bomb trying to make this pass. I hit the curb. Still going to slide up in front of him. I think we've got some pretty good pace. Tire wear shouldn't be major here. If it's anything like real life. So it's all going to be about track position as much as we can help it. I'm making passes on cars at the back of the pack, so that's good. And I think I've got decent speed for qualifying, honestly. First time since 20 years, Pistons are 7 games under 500. Pistons are 7 games under 500. I don't know what you mean there. First time since 20 years. That's worded very weird. I would imagine they've been 7 games below 500 within... Oh, over, okay. That makes a little bit more sense. I was going to say they've sucked for a while, so that would actually be surprising. Good to hear the Pistons are doing well. I missed my mark. Wow. You really got to get right on that bottom lane. It's going to make the race very interesting, I can tell you that much. I pounded the wall off turn 2. Let's not do that in the race. That's the first time I got that wide through the middle of the corner, and it bit me. One 137, 135 in overtime last night. What a thriller. Crazy game. I'm excited for this race at Indy. I think we have a really good race car. The feel-wise, it feels better than I had at Pocono, and I had a top 10 car at Pocono, so. I finished 13th because of an unfortunate pit strategy, but... Or it was speeding, that's right. It was speeding on pit road that got me at Pocono. That was not a good turn 1. When I'm perfect, I'm good, but you really have to be perfect to maximize speed. And because track position's so vital, I don't want to make any even minor mistakes here. Cost myself any positions. Billy Kramer, welcome to the stream. All right, I'm going to pit this time, and then I'm going to get into qualifying here in a moment. And yes, I will qualify in this race. We're in a heated battle in the top 7 right now in the regular season standings. Trying to figure out where I have to... Oh boy, back it down. Okay, so there's the commitment line. I think I was speeding. I'm pretty sure I was speeding. I did not think the commitment line was going to be the cone. Most tracks, it's not until you get to the edge of the pit wall. But for some reason here, it's at the cone. Trying to go back and see how fast the speedometer was at. Dark Crypto, welcome to the stream. Top 8 to feed the families. Oh, yeah, we've definitely got top 8 speed, that's for sure. Our good old Cheddar sponsorship. Kyle Lance, welcome to the stream. All right, I'm looking back. Downshifted. Oh, gosh, I wasn't even close. I was like 20 miles per hour too fast. Yeah, don't speed like I did at Pocono. That took me out of the race early. We're probably not going to catch hardly any cautions. I don't think we caught a single yellow at Pocono. I think that went caution-free, so... Gotta expect that that's going to be the case here as well. 9th in practice. Well, that was only our group, I think. No, that was overall. Wow. That might be the fastest I've been in practice all season. On a non-super speedway. That's amazing. William Byron, 48.794. And he probably had better cars to draft off of, I would assume. 9th. Usually I'm like just outside the top 10 in practice in the fast races I've been, like that 12th to 14th range. It's like, all right, we're going to have something good. 9th. That means I might actually qualify top 10. That would be huge. We need stage points. We're 7th in the regular season standings. We've slipped back just a bit.
Here we go, driver. We're up.
No adjustments from practice. We're going right into this thing. We got to commit. Commitment level's got to be very high.
Back now. Let's get a good starting position. Careful when you merge it now.
I'm going for broke. No mistakes. One lap around the 2.5 mile oval. Settings, AI difficulty 102. No stability or anything like that. I don't really know. I mean, there's not really anything else to it other than full race. I'm not doing 2 times tire wear and fuel consumption for today. I did do that the last 2 cup races to try to change strategy up, but going back to the basics for the crown jewel today, so straightforward race. Yeah, that's right. Denny did fudge qualifying this year. Barely burped the throttle through 1. Oh, I already made a mistake. Gosh darn it. Full throttle through 2. Try to get as much of it back as possible. Just carry too much speed through turn 1. I'll be better in 3. Barely. I was out of the gas way too long there. Full throttle through 4. Turn 3, I couldn't even get the car to turn down to the bottom of the track.
Okay, we're done.
Free oil change. Finished top 8. I wish. 16th, that's not great, honest. It's not bad, but I was 9th in practice, and I messed up turn 1 and turn 3. That was 2 not so good corners. Turn 3 was better than 1. I probably could have been inside the top 10 again, I'd like to say. I don't think there's any reason why I couldn't have been where Reddick was in 8th. If I just ran a clean lap. Hamlin's on the pole, 48.45. As he tries to look for yet another win on the season. All right, well, let's see. Can Kyle Busch win a second Brickyard 400? Only one he did win, I believe, was, what, 2015, if I'm getting my years correct? Maybe it was 16. Might have been 16.
Here we go. Start it up.
Oh, okay. Fire it up. Golly, I really hope we have something good here.
Be ready now.
I don't like the fact I didn't qualify as good as I probably should have, but
One low.
green flag in the air, we're underway at Indy. Brickyard 400. Survive the restarts. I'd like to try to get as many spots as I can on the restarts, but
One outside.
at all costs, don't fudge it up early. I can't win the race on lap 1, but I can sure as hell lose it. 50 laps opening stage. Field window, I think, was right around 35 laps.
Clear, clear.
Yeah, 30,
Car outside.
35 to 37, it looks.
You're all clear.
Like, put the spot back on Priest. The draft is our best friend here at Indy. Was very patient to get back to the gas in turn 4 that time.
Inside.
Look at the speed!
3 wide.
Kyle Busch, baby! I'm on the brakes in 1. I did not
Stay low.
race in this heavy of traffic earlier. So I'm going to be carrying a lot more speed with the draft into the corners than I was in practice. So I was on the brakes into turn 1, trying to be prepared for it. Here we go.
Outside door.
Carson Hocevar's got a very defensive line. Oh, man. That was very defensive by Carson.
Car outside.
I don't know where I'm going to be able to get underneath him.
Still there.
There we go. Now go, 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 go! Now Carson's in the draft on Briscoe, but I think we're barely going to hang underneath the 77 still.
Still there.
Kind of flatline the entry into the corner, but we're clear. Briscoe running the bottom. I'll take the top. Try to get a pole off of Tyler Reddick. Come on. I don't think I'm going to clear him into 3.
Still there.
Oh, I did. Wow. Oh, man, I really sailed it off in there trying to clear him. I did, though. I feel like he just, like, gave me that spot. I had to commit. Got it. There we go. Briscoe with a big push. That's going to aid Kyle Busch some.
One outside.
Let's freaking go.
They're all clear.
get another one on Tyler Reddick. At all costs, don't overdrive it in turn 1 and turn 3. Very easy to do when you get the pushes down the straightaways. Really, just any draft in general. Car's much tighter in traffic, I can tell you that much. Push from Reddick. Go after Busher.
Clear.
Careful on the apron. Oh boy.
Outside
We're
now.
slipping and sliding.
Clear high if you want it. Inside now.
Might have cost myself a spot on the 17.
Clear, all clear.
Ethan, thanks for tuning in.
One on the bottom. Clear low if you want it. Car outside. Car high.
Yeah, I'll talk about it later.
Stay low.
I'm glad you're curious to know what I've been up to the last couple days, but got my hands full here.
Stay low.
Trying to side drive Chris Busher. Keep with him down the straightaway.
Hold your line.
There we go.
Clear outside.
Great corner through 3 and 4 there. Big run on Brad. I couldn't beat him to the inside. I got super tight though and had to lift.
Clear inside.
Wow. That's amazing. I did not feel like I drove it in that deep, but as soon as he cut down across my nose, car shoved immediately. No, I didn't run away.
Car outside. Clear high. One low. Clear low.
Try to give Reddick a push. Boom. Reddick trying that middle to upper groove. Turn 2 and turn 4. He's actually getting halfway decent straightaway speed. I don't think I can try that line.
One outside.
Big push by Chris Busher.
Clear up top.
Gonna get by Reddick. I've been in 7th place like 3 times now. I just haven't been able to get by Brad yet. Reddick gives us enough of a push. We might be able to do it. Going to my aunt's house for Thanksgiving again this year. Done that the last several years. Sounds like we're doing that again as a family. Car's definitely getting tighter as the run goes on. Federico Sanchez, thanks for tuning in. Oh, thank goodness we're not doing 300 laps at Indy. Especially in a cup car, that would take forever. You can get the left slides on the apron. The car gets a little loose, but I'll tell you what, if you're perfect at it, you can carry a lot of speed there. There were moments in practice. I had some great laps running down there. Staying in the 49.2s, 49.3s, about a 10th off of where I was in practice at one point. See, like that was a solid turn 1. Barely lifting through 2. Got a big run on Keselowski now. Off the exit of the corner. Trying to dive to the inside. Can Busch make a pass for 6th this time? Oh, I flatlined the entry so much there.
Clear high if you want it.
Enough so that we couldn't make the pass again. Oh, I pulled out a little early. I felt like if Reddick was going to push me there, I was just going to run right into the back of Brad.
Clear high.
Oh, man. Top of the field's getting strung out a bit, too. Oh, Busher! I think he made contact with Reddick behind us. I mean, 200 laps a day is not going to be any, 12 laps longer than the normal race there. Work was smooth. Easy day for the most part. Reddick with a push.
Outside door.
Man, I just can't hold it.
Clear up top.
Trying not to wreck. Got a good run out of turn 2 on Brad again. Another push from Reddick.
One outside.
Another move to the inside of the 6. I've got the nose out in front of him this time into 3. This could be our best opportunity, and we're clear into the corner. So that made life a lot easier for Kyle Busch making that pass. Finally up to a race high 6th place position. Lap 12. And now we've got clean air in the nose, so it should help the car turn a bit. Problem is now we have to block the 6th car. He's coming with a run. He's going to give us a push. Six and the 8 are definitely drafting away from the 2 cars behind us. Brad gets on our back bumper and pushes us up there. We're definitely faster than the 23, who's all by himself and has lost the draft of the top 4. They're gaining a ton of speed down these long straightaways. With 2-car tango action. And I'm rolling the corners well enough. Ah, I was.
You're all clear.
Oh, Brad just stuffed me in the wall. First, he hit me in the short chute. That's why I went wide in turn 2. And then off the exit of the corner, he stuffed us in the wall. We're gaining a lot of ground on the 23 car, too. That's tough. The hell, Brad? We were doing so good. Here comes Busher. We were gaining a ton of ground there. Well, this is the only race I'm doing tonight. I'm not going to be doing any more double headers anytime soon. I've got only full races left for all but the trucks. I have one more 50% race, but I haven't uploaded everything I've recorded from trucks so far, so.
One bottom.
Oh, boy. Get a pull. Don't let the 17 hang underneath us into turn 1.
Clear low if you want it.
All the way down on the curbing. Pretty good turn off out of turn 1 there. Right behind Brad. I'm just going to push him. Oh, we got a caution.
Pit road's over.
Well, this is interesting. I was not expecting to see any yellows today. We may be inside the fuel window to make it to the end of the stage. It's going to be very close. I'm going to pit just in case. No adjustments, 4 tires and a full tank of fuel. Everybody's on the lead lap, so I don't know how many cars are going to pit. But we should be at the front of whoever pits. Chris Buescher's coming in. We do not usually see cautions on the flat ovals, but we did today. Buescher, Johnson, Busch, the only cars into the pits. Green flag back in the air.
Outside door.
We gave up a lot of track position for these fresh tires. I just got to hope that was the right call. Buried in traffic. Oh, man, almost had a wreck on the restart. 44 car got squeezed against the fence by Justin Allgaier. That's J.J. Yaley in the 44. And Kyle Busch on fresh tires from the back.
Clear high if you want it.
The way back.
Car outside.
And the draft means a lot here at Indy, so
One outside.
not going to be easy getting through all this. 3 wide
3 wide.
for the first time today in turn 4. At least I got the fresh tires to hold on to it. I was burping the throttle, expecting to still make those passes as we did.
One low. Clear inside. Outside. 3 wide. Outside door. Clear outside. Car outside.
I would hope I can drive all the way to the front, but I'm not going to guarantee that I will.
Car outside.
Push the 16. Get him going, get him going, get him going. Oh, we're going to get log jammed here. Josh Berry blocking everybody. He's blocking the 3 and the 16.
Clear inside.
Backed up turn 3 a ton to try to get this run. Austin, I need a little bit more room than that. Don't wreck.
Stay low.
Well, that was the risk of going 3 wide.
Side door. Clear up top. Clear low.
Just in case we get another caution, I want to get as much track position as we can get.
Outside. Car outside.
Oh, man, I wasn't sure if Justin Haley was going to pull down there or not. But he did.
Car high.
Can't quite get back up into line. But just enough speed to get underneath Haley anyway.
Stay low. Clear up top. One outside. Clear outside. One bottom. Clear inside. Car outside. Clear high if you want it.
Got to make sure I'm using enough brakes in the corners. Clean air, I don't need any brakes. I just kind of have to manage the throttle
Inside now.
of when to roll out going into the corner, and that'll help save some gas if needed as well. Ross?
Clear bottom.
It was a very risky block there, Ross Chastain.
Outside door. Clear
Up to
high.
16th, right where we started. We got up to 6th before the caution. Priest's going to give us a major bump draft here.
Outside door. Clear high.
Making quick work. 4.7 seconds out of the lead.
Car outside.
Didn't really get a push from Cindric there. That was all pull and fresh tires.
Clear high.
Get by Alex Bowman on the back straightaway. Didn't use any brake there, and you can see how much speed we carried through 3.
Car outside.
Tires still relatively fresh.
Clear all around.
Burping the throttle through 4. Going to clear Logano for 13th. So if we get all the way to the lead, the fresh tires was definitely the way to go. And we can go longer into the run if needed, and might be able to just go splash and go to win the stage if we did have to pit. Again, only 4 cars hit pit road. Buescher, Johnson, and what, Allgaier were the 4? Car feels great, honestly. It gets tighter and tighter as the run goes, especially in traffic, but I'm scared to loosen it up. Short run, it is sporty.
Clear high if you want it. Car high.
Enough pace, going to get underneath of Christopher Bell, but couldn't make the pass.
Clear high.
Hop back in line for a quick second.
One outside.
Pull back out of line.
Clear outside.
Up to 9th. Well, considering I wasn't 6th. We're back up inside the top 10 quickly. With the fresh tires, we were 4.7 out of the lead at one point when I was about 16th. Now we're 4.3 back in 9th. A little extra push from Christopher Bell is going to help. Didn't brake through 3. When I can not use the brakes in turn 1 and turn 3, I gain so much time on these fresher tires.
Car outside.
Feed out to the wall, hopefully get by Brad. Hop back in line behind Blaney. Get some draft still, into the straightaway. Maybe have a shot to get by the 12 into turn 1. Deep dive into the corner. And try to slide up and take his line away. Not quite, but we're in a prime position to make this pass in turn 2.
Stay low.
And hopefully get a push down the back straightaway as Busch is cleared for 7. Brad got to the inside of the 12, but the 12 gets a draft off of Busch. Busch with the shot from behind by the 12, locking bumpers. Hit our marks here through 3. There we go. And I might be able to get Reddick on the front stretch. We'll see. Jose Colon, welcome to the stream. Pass in turn 1, slightly tapping the brakes, up to 6th again for Kyle Busch. Let's see if I can pull the 45 close to us, maybe. Nope. Not quite. Fresher tires, I'm definitely getting up off the exit of the corners a little bit sooner when getting back to the gas. Wallace got in front of Elliott on the restart for 4th, because Bubba was losing time to chasing those guys earlier. Not the case now. Kyle Busch less than 3 seconds out of the lead when we cross the Art of Bricks this time. Still 23 laps to go in stage 1. Maybe we will be drinking the milk tonight. Wow, that was very close to the wall out of 3. I was committed. Trying to stay in the gas. Here's a run. Elliott out of line on Wallace, but not quite side by side yet. Trying to brake really early.
Car outside. Clear high.
Not quite going to beat the 9 car in turn 4.
Car low.
Going to the bottom. Busch on his own, up the middle.
Clear low if you want it.
Clears the 9 before getting into turn 1, and through turn 1 clears the 23 for 4th. Fresher tires, Kyle Busch definitely the quickest on the racetrack, and I think we got through the traffic way quicker than Chris Buescher. There's no way he's anywhere close to us right now. We were pretty even on speed as it was. Wallace giving the 8 a shot, down the back straight. Hamlin leads, Byron second, Larson third. Those guys have been the top 3 in the regular season standings pretty much all year. Kyle Busch at times has been 4th. Now back to 7th after a not so great run at Dover, where we finished 21st with no stage points. We're in a really good spot to win this stage. We're good on fuel. It'd be awesome if I can lap quite a few cars too. These front runners aren't going to end up a lap down if we stayed green, but really, really hoping we stay green. Yes, happy Veterans Day too, for sure. Huge thanks to anybody who has served or is serving in the U.S. military. Definitely made sure to wear my camouflage Detroit Red Wings hat. I wear it a lot anyway, but try to wear camo of some sort on days like today. Memorial Day, Labor Day roll around every year too. Not quite close enough to get a draft off of Larson. A lot of my my great uncles did. My grandpa, I think, enlisted in the Navy, but I don't know if he either didn't get in or was discharged because of medical reasons with his back. I don't know the full details on that. My step-grandpa, I should say. Definitely close enough to be in the draft behind Larson on the back straightaway now. It's not quite close enough to get in the draft of the 24 or the 11. Even the 15-lap fresher tires is making a difference here for Kyle Busch. Trying to make a pass on Larson, but Larson with a block in turn 4. Busch got tight immediately. Hopefully with the fresher tires, I still get a run at him into 1. If we were on equal tires, I don't think I was going to have a shot at him in turn 1, but there is a shot after all. Kyle Busch up to 3rd. See, another reason I want to get to the lead as soon as I can is just in case we see another caution. I want to have that track position. Ryan Berwick, welcome to the stream. Not quite close enough to get a pole off of that 24 car yet. Have a really solid turns 1 and 2. I can get close enough on the back straightaway. Man. I feel like I'm there. A little bit of a pull. That's better through 3 that time. On through turn 4. Go, 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 go. No, I unpacked from Phoenix. I didn't even notice my bag was sitting back there. That was from this weekend. Didn't unpack from Phoenix. That was like a week and a half ago.
Outside.
About 8 days. Nope, I unpacked. Had to pack again. Make this pass on the 24 car, making life difficult for Kyle Busch. Passes on the front runners in this field are just so difficult. Busch just going to push Byron instead. Down the front stretch. Back up turn 1. Trying to beat Byron to the bottom in turn 2. Underneath the 24. Oh, man, he moved off his line just a bit. That was a lot of contact. Big run through 3. Got to get Byron here in turn 4. We're going to finally get him for second. Oh, Byron got loose on the high side. Thought for a second he was maybe going to clip us in the right rear. I got scared. 14 to go in the stage. Big push. Busch definitely close enough to catch some draft off the leader, Denny Hamlin, now, who's led every lap of the race from the pole. But the fresh tires might be a difference maker here for Kyle Busch. Massive corner through turn 3.
Outside now.
Getting the run into 4. Looking to the bottom of the racetrack. Hamlin going to carry some speed off that higher line. I had to burp the throttle a little bit through 4. It's really hard to hold full throttle through that corner when trying to make passes. And that's why you're able to stay in the gas somehow and I'm not.
We're out front, driver.
Got the nose out in front into 1, but never officially led.
Try if you want it.
Nor cleared Hamlin. Really good run out of turn 2, though. The back of the 11 car. Busch looks to the inside. The side draft. Pull away. Busch has the nose out in front in the braking zone of turn 3. And clear. For the first time today, the 8 of Kyle Busch in RCR leads in the Brickyard 400 at Indy. 12 to go in stage 1 at the line. The rest of the field's going to have to pit before the end of the stage. Well, Busch and 3 other cars who hit pit road during the lone caution at lap 15 should be able to make it. We drove up to 6th after starting 16th in those first 15 laps, but I think the pressure tires gave us just enough more speed to compete with the top 5 that we probably didn't have otherwise. And it was a grind to get through the field. I mean, it took every bit of, what, almost 25 laps? 23? Didn't hit the wall once, just cruised for as much as we could. About to catch some lap traffic for the first time today.
One outside.
J.J. Yaley in the 44 will go a lap down. Race lead. Now the next question is how many cars is Busch going to lap if this stays green to the end of the stage? And through at least the pit cycling to see if Kyle Busch can get to the lead. Or stay in the lead and then lap as many cars as possible. Take some of these faster cars out of the equation of maybe even winning the race, but at least quality stage points in stage 2.
Inside now.
Go to the high side. At least Zilich is slow enough I could get by him there.
One outside.
Ton of cars in the pits.
They're outside.
Larson on his way in, back behind us in second. Pit road is very busy. 10 laps left in stage 1. I see Denny Hamlin getting up to speed up there. It looks like it's Hamlin. There's Byron. I would imagine Hamlin is up next. It's going to be very close. So we're at speed already. Denny Hamlin still trying to get to speed. I think he's going to hold on. He does have pressured tires as well. He's got about 25 lap pressure tires than Kyle Busch. May catch this next lap car up here, and if he has troubles getting by him, chance that Kyle Busch can slip by the 11. Hamlin stuck in turn 1. That's behind the Jimmy Johnson Chevrolet. It would be a pass for position because Jimmy did pit, so I don't plan on him pitting the End of the stage.
Car high.
Hamlin is pulling away.
All clear.
Hamlin is definitely going to be a tough car to beat. You go a lap down. You go a lap. Yeah. All these cars on the front stretch pitting now. We're going a lap down as well. Byron just getting by Johnson right now. And that would be for the free pass position. So Byron in the free pass spot in 5th. We should catch Allgaier to put him a lap down. We're definitely not going to catch Buescher. We've got pretty equal speed with the 17 car. Have a little bit better spot traffic for ourselves where he's at, but just on par pace with equal tires. We're pretty even with one another. Very low through turn 3. Hamlin catching Allgaier, passes him for 3rd. I wonder if Hamlin is going to stay out of the pits during the stage break or not. Trying to hold the 24 car back. It's not going to be easy with him on fresher tires. He's going to slip to the outside. Allgaier pulled up right in front of Ty Dillon in that 10 car. Allgaier goes a lap down. Byron will get the free pass quickly on him. 3 cars are on the lead lap. I don't think I'm going to hold the 24 car back long enough, but if I'm able to, that would be a bonus for us. You keep Larson a lap down at the end of the stage, who is stuck behind the 10 and the 40 still. Byron getting a huge run in the draft off of Busch. 6 to go, stage 1. Byron along the high side, Busch just trying to block. Turn 2, trying to swing wide a little earlier. I'm doing what I can.
Inside door. Clear bottom.
And the track position honestly means a lot at Indy. I can hold on for something on old tires. It'll be difficult for 5 whole laps, but really giving it a go. The block on the 24 going all the way to the bottom of the racetrack.
1 high. 5 to go this time.
Byron to the high side. I'll give him the top. His fresher tires are going to prevail, though.
Stay low.
Barely kept it off the wall.
1 bottom.
It was a close call.
Clear low if you want it.
Try to get a pull off of Byron. Maybe I could stay in front of Larson.
Car inside.
Larson's too quick. Got to block him anyway. Get back in the draft again. We are closing in on another lap car. Stenhouse, I believe, in the 47 up there. Four laps left in the stage.
Car inside. Clear bottom.
A little draft off the 47. Larson almost picked us behind him. That was close. 8 laps left on estimated fuel, so we're definitely still going to be about 3 to 4 laps to the good. Doing what we can to hold off Kyle Larson. Now, he would get the free pass to get back on the lead lap that way.
Inside.
Oh, I had to brake really heavy. I almost missed 2. Oh, we got trouble. Byron's around.
Nice
Oh, that's going to end the stage. I think I lapped the 24 before the caution came out. So stage 1 will come to an end early. Byron was on the lead lap when the crash happened. That's a bunch of bull crap because he should be a lap down because he was wrecked. But it looks like the free pass will go to Larson. Buscher's going to pit. We're going to pit. We're only going to lose 2 spots, it looks like, to the 11 and 24. They're not going to be able to take the wave around because the 11 and the 24 are going to stay out despite the fact that the 24 crashed. He may have damage and he could be slow the rest of the race. It's our second caution of the day. And that ended the stage with about 4 to go. So again, Larson gets the free pass. Now we're going to have about, what, 10 to 12 lap pressure tires on the 24 and the 11. The 24's got damage. And Kyle Busch wins stage 1. How about that? Wins stage 1 at Indy. All right. See how this goes. Mid to late restart zone. Hamlin with the launch. Definitely don't want to be stuck behind that 24 car, I can tell you that much. And Buscher got down right in front of us. Now Buscher, oh my gosh, I can't be down there. Got really loose. That was bad. I stalled myself out so terribly there. All right, well, guys trying to race their way back onto the lead lap as well. Kyle Busch with a huge surge, 3 wide to the bottom into turn 3. Getting dicey, slight contact with Reddick, and he's going to go around, and that's going to cause a stack up, and that is likely going to bring out a caution. How did we not? Oh, okay, there's the yellow. I was going to say, I was like, how did we not get a caution for that? But we did. Yellow flag is out. I'm not going to pit this time. Yeah, that is another playoff point. 10 big points for the regular season championship on a lot of guys we're racing against. Blaney didn't get points. I don't think Bell got any points in the first stage.
Go, go, go. Outside now.
Yeah, that was big for us.
Outside.
Free pass went to Chase Elliott on the restart. I caused that wreck going 3 wide to the bottom, but it was a clean move. I was clearly there. And then Reddick in the middle just got squeezed. There just wasn't enough room for him with the car up high and where we were. Hamlin Byron stayed out again. Another run for Busch. Not going to be 3 wide this time, though. Sailed it off into the corner trying to clear Bubba Wallace, and we did get him. Staying the gas through turn 4. Byron, Hamlin. Nose to tail. Byron still looks like he has speed. 23 going to come along to give the 8 a push. 50 laps, by the way, in stage 2, just like we had in stage 1. That brought Larson right back up at the front of the field. He's 3 wide middle off turn 2. There's that Buscher back there in the middle. I don't know. One of them. Pull off this 24 car. I don't have as fresh of tires on these guys as I did earlier, but we'll see if we can make the most of it. I would think the 24 car with damage would be easier to pass. Nice run out of turn 4, getting a pull off of Denny Hamlin. That might be enough to get by the 24 of Byron. Side draft the right rear corner panel of that 24 car. Fastest lap of the race for Busch that time. High side into 1. Going to be tough to hold on to it. Fast lap, by the way, was a 48.648. That was faster than any lap anyone ran in practice. What a lap. That would have been the pole time, I think. Granted, I was in the draft, but still. Isn't it a 48.8 by Hamlin?
One low.
Another big run. Byron keeps protecting on the bottom, and I can't get underneath him. Carried too much speed through turn 1. Kind of a big hit into the wall there. Oh, man, that messed me up in turn 4, too. Dang it. Pushed a little too hard. Do you think the slightly fresher tires will still have somewhat of a chance to try to reel them back in again? Trying to go full throttle through turn 2. Nothing doing there either. Larson's got to run after Bubba. Wallace, I believe, is the first car lap down in what would be 7th. Chase Elliott's in 6th, who got the free pass. Busher fell behind quickly on the restart. I wonder if he's got damage. So I don't know why he is not as quick as he was back at stage 1. All right. Just gotta get it together again. We've got time. Got a little bit more fuel than everybody else. Still going to be short by about 10 to 12 laps on fuel. We've actually seen incidents today by the AI, which we usually don't see on flat ovals on this game. Even at Pocono, though, with it being a high-speed flat oval, we didn't see any cautions. That was very surprising. Nope. Couldn't hold it full throttle through 2. And again in the wall. Not only have I not been perfect in stage 2, but I don't think I have enough laps of fresh tires to try to pull this off. I had the speed to keep up with them, but I couldn't really make a move on them when I was there. Might actually be better that Larson's ahead of us now, though. We might be able to use him to get up to the 11 and the 24. Especially if he's got a little bit more pace than those two cars as well. Nope. Way too much of the curve that time. Trying to get everything I can. Bubble walls helped us out a ton that last lap. Back into the 48.8s. The last lap as we run down Larson. Hold the 23 car now. Trying to get close to the 5 again. Left the 23 car in the dust enough, though. He's not going to be able to push us anymore. Later was a 49.39. We were half a second faster at last lap when we were able to get a push. I think it'd be massive if I can get in front of Larson. Close enough to at least be able to draft off of him. That lap, I fell back to a 49.6. Push it against the wall again. You know, knowing that the fresh tires got a little bit of an advantage, I can maybe consider short pitting. And I might be able to stay on the lead lap still. At the very least, the free pass car would be 7th. Yeah, top 3 are definitely on another stratosphere, I think. When on equal tires, it's a lot harder to keep pace with them. I mean, I have to be perfect to just stay in the draft. But, you know, like I said already, we might be able to take on fresh tires and really get after it. Topping off on fuel during the stage break. They are going to have to pit a little bit sooner because they didn't pit at all during the last stage. So if they were to short pit, I think we'd have to do it very soon. Too far wide in turn 2. I didn't even try to go full throttle that time. I think I had such a good turn 1. That I just carried more speed than usual into turn 2 and just couldn't hold it. Very subtle brush of the wall, but it was enough to kill just enough straightaway speed. Stand out of the pits just long enough in case a caution does come out. Three races left of the first Truck Series season in the Career Mode 4K to unlock the trucks. Oh, first season of Arc, I'd assume. Yeah, I have no idea how that all works out in the Career Mode. I have not looked at anything as to what involvement there is. All I know is that the Dale Jr. download is in there, and that's because somebody, I think Wade mentioned it in the chat, first day of the game being released, but yeah, trying to surprise myself for when we get after that at some point here during this off season. Trying to wrap up the championship mode stuff first. I still haven't even touched ARCA yet. Really wide up out of turn 1. How many races are left on the season? Well, we got 4 races left after this one until the playoffs. I'm going to be doing 2 Xfinity races for the next 2 nights for the end of my work week. Rockingham and Talladega for full races. Then we'll get back to the Cup Series on the channel on Friday. And that next race is at Iowa. Leaders are going to be catching lap traffic within a few laps. I'm going to make sure I pit before lap traffic comes into play. Try to maximize whatever time I can on fresh tires. No, just this race tonight. I usually only do one. I've been spoiling you guys with double headers lately because I've had like a 50% race or something of that nature, but mostly 100% races left on the remaining seasons. All right, I'm going to stay out this time. We're going to pit the following lap. That will be the game plan. We're halfway through stage 1 at the line. Stage 2, sorry. Halfway through stage 2 at the line. 4.3 out of the lead. Gained just a little bit of ground on the leaders. Could be getting to that cliff point on tires, perhaps. them pitting a few laps earlier than us. There's a chance that lap traffic might have came into play finally for them as well. All right, don't speed. I sped in practice. Oh, they didn't know I was going to pit. Oh, the crew wasn't ready. I completely forgot to do that. No. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. Well, now I got to take the run the rest of the way. This is basically like a pass-through penalty. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe I did that. And we're still going to be on the lead lap. Dang it. Now we're back in 6th. Last car on the lead lap.
Outside door.
Well, if it's anything like the first stage, we had 2 cautions per incident. We'll probably end up catching another. That was a brain fart. Well, now we just got to run this long.
Car outside.
Haven't had enough green flag pit stops, apparently, to remember that that was a thing in this game.
Stay low.
Well, that's very unfortunate. At least Indy's big enough. I'm still in the lead lap, and there's very few cars on the lead lap. It only actually cost us 2 positions. We catch a caution, we're right back in it. I mean, at this point, we just run it until we can't. Take the lead for a few laps. In case the caution comes out, we'll have the freshest tires after the fact. Try to get to the lead on a restart or something of that nature. And that was tough. Now the plan is for 3 p.m. Eastern on Friday for the Iowa race. All the start times so far are accurate for the channel and what we'll be doing for the weekend. Time draft off Justin Haley.
Outside. Clear outside.
Slipping by him. That was a tight squeeze, but I pulled it off. I actually think I can run down Chris Buescher on speed. Get back up to 5th. Then all in all, I really only lost 1 spot. Byron on pit road right now.
Car outside. Clear up top. Outside now. Clear high if you want it. 1 outside.
Let's catch a Josh Berry quick. I got on the brakes pretty heavily there, trying not to make contact with him. I want to be the cause of a caution so we actually can hit pit road when needed. 20 laps left in stage 2 here at Indy.
leaders on pit road.
About 7 seconds off of Busher now. Getting way too tight on these older tires. Could go fuel only just to ensure we're going to catch back up to Busher. Well, we both pitted, so I guess Busher's actually going to be the one leading here for a bit, not us. Larson still hasn't come to pit road. Any moment he should. Byron Hamlin in the pits, just past both of them.
Leader is pitting. One outside. Clear outside.
It's less than 4 seconds off of Busher. 17 seconds or so ahead of Hamlin. Hamlin's got much fresher tires than us at the moment.
Car low.
Really low line for Ross Chastain. I don't know if he's been to pit road yet.
Inside.
No, he has not. So that is why he was running low, and that's why I stayed wide just in case. So Ross Chastain is now in the pits. "15 laps to go this time by in the stage." With not many cars on the lead lap, still hoping we catch a caution. Even if it's after we pit, I'll just end up pitting again. Going to be racing Chris Buescher for 5th to the end of the stage. Going to be catching him much quicker now, getting a draft off of Suarez, who has fresher tires than both of us. We're just fast enough to keep up with the 99. One of Chastain we might even be able to catch as well. Sit behind Suarez. Oh boy, big slide there by Busch. Too much of the curb. Turn 3. And I was really thinking I was going to end up running him down too. Before we had to pit. Not anymore. Well, we're going to make our pit stop probably next time by. We'll stay on one more lap. Might catch that 17 car.
Bring it in this lap, bud. All right, change up the strategy and we'll do the work.
All right, well, should I take 4. I'm going to go fuel only. And I'm just going to take enough to make it to the end of the stage.
Bring it around and pit.
Maybe there's a chance I can leapfrog Chase Elliott for position. And get back into 4th anyway. Definitely going to secure a spot better than Buescher, because going splash and go just to make it to the end of the stage. If we catch a caution, I'll pit for 4 tires then, but
Clear high.
to the lead, down the back straightaway.
A little if you can. Save us some fuel.
Hicker's ready this time.
Back it down, back it down.
All right, didn't speed. There we go. Oh, jeez. Try to get back to 4th, hopefully.
We just lost the lead.
Pause it for a quick second. All right. See where we cycle.
Stay on the blend line now.
Looks like I'm still in 5th. Ahead of Buescher.
1 outside. Clear high if you want it.
Still on older tires relative to the leaders.
Clear inside.
Well, I had no shot of getting back in front of Elliott. 24 seconds behind him. He's actually catching the 24. Might finally be losing time with damage now that he's lost the draft of the 11 of Hamlin via the green flag pit stops. Well, I'm going to hold on to hope that we catch a caution before the end of the stage. We still have 11 laps left in the stage for there to be a yellow. And then we can pit for fresh tires, and we'll be restarting in 6th. Assuming nobody else in the lead lap pits. We're not going to go a lap down, and we're 11 seconds ahead of Buescher, who even on fresh tires is not going to catch us. Ten to go this time. Well, we won stage 1, so the speed is there. We can just nail the strategy and get that track position back that we lost here in stage 2. I mean, still end up 5th is obviously really solid, but would have liked a little bit more than that. I at least had 4th place locked up. And knowing Byron's got damage, I think we could have gotten him for 3rd. Oh, man. Yeah, floating it up to the high side did not work there. Not with that much speed on entry.
Clear outside.
The only floating up the track I was going to do there was headed for the wall. And Chris Buescher, with him being off the pace with damage, I believe, If he gets the free pass instead of Bubba Wallace, that'd be beneficial for us. There's a chance that Hamlin catches him in these final 8 laps. Especially if Buescher has a lot of traffic around him, which it does appear that he does on the track map. Only have 2 speeding penalties in this game. I think I only have 1. That was at Pocono. And that costed us a top 10. Not counting practice. Oh boy, don't cause the wreck.
Clear, clear.
Contact with the 22 of Logano.
Car outside. Clear high.
And even on old tires,
Outside now.
a 25 lap,
All clear.
older tires were right there with the 15th place car Logano.
One up high. Clear up top.
Might as well just push him. Push him down the straightaways.
Car outside. Clear, all clear.
Only 6 laps to go on the stage. We're getting to the point we catch a caution. May not get a restart before the beginning of stage 3. That's exactly what happened at stage 2 when Byron crashed with about 3 or 4 to go there.
One up high. Clear high. Outside door. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear, clear. Five to go. Car high. Clear high if you want it.
Blues goaltender's got 348 games,
Outside door.
most in the franchise history. And Buescher just lost his lap. Now the next question is can Bubba Wallace run him down for the free pass? The last car in the league lap right now in 5th. Jordan Bennington. Just gotta hang on for this 5th place. Stage 2. I guess I can't bank on there being any cautions in the final stage. Just gotta let it run all the way out.
Outside.
The final stage is going to be 60 laps versus these first two stages being
Clear high if you want it.
50. So even splitting it in half, we're not going to be pitting that much earlier than the rest of the field.
Car high. Clear high.
2 laps to go in the stage this time by.
2 to go. Car outside. Clear high. One outside. Clear outside. White flag right here. Outside now.
I catch Michael McDowell in a great spot there. Logano had him cleared up off the exit of turn 2. Wasn't going to be battling for position anyway.
If you want it. Car outside. Clear up top. Clear, clear. Inside door.
Oh, don't wreck me, Joey. Oh, man.
Clear inside. Top 5 for that stage.
All right.
Get us some points.
5th at the end of stage 2. Denny Hamlin wins the second stage from the pole in today's race after we won stage 1.
You good with this strategy?
We'll be taking our 4 tires and a full tank of fuel here and on to the final stage.
Get up on the wall and be ready.
I didn't pit, did I?
Coming to the green.
Nope. Oh my goodness, I wasn't paying enough attention. Well, we're in the lead. Actually, this could be decent for us. Oh my gosh. If I can hang on to the lead, actually, this might pan out. We'll just be pitting earlier than everybody else. The final stage. It ain't over. It'll be tougher to hang on in the restart, but I mean, track position matters quite a bit. My lap time wasn't that bad without or with the older tires. Now my tires are going to be a little bit older, maybe an extra 10 laps or so. All right, well, we'll see what we can do here. Sidetracked him. Sidetracked him.
There's the green flag.
Full focus to win these races. Problem is getting through the restart zone. I wasn't even that quick earlier on equal tires. Older tires going to be very difficult, I would assume.
One outside.
Tried to side draft Bubba Wallace, didn't really do anything for us. Well, so much for that.
Stay
I
low.
mean, I'm going to be pitting much earlier in the run. Don't wreck me, Denny.
3 wide. 1 high. Still there. Inside. Clear up top.
Yeah, that was
One
that
outside.
was a very big mistake. I had the pit options ready to go. I just didn't
Clear high if you want.
select it. We'll catch a caution. One yellow, we'll be right back into it again.
One up high.
Be a new race.
Clear high.
We've seen 2 per incident already today, and this final stage is longer than the last 2 stages.
Car low. Clear low. Clear high. Car inside. Clear bottom.
Oh, I got really tight. Tried to widen that arc out. Had more speed with the draft there than I thought.
One bottom.
Haven't had this much drafting effect. Cars both in front and behind us.
Clear inside.
Well, on these older tires the whole race.
Car low.
Tight the car got there. Out of the gas way late in the corner. That right front's on fire. Tires haven't been changed in over 50 laps.
Bring it in. Pit this time.
Well, I'm not pitting this time. Have to run this out a little bit longer.
Still there. Clear high if you want to back it down. Inside now. Clear, all clear. One outside. Clear. Car high. Clear outside. One bottom. Clear, clear. Car outside.
Boy,
Clear high.
pushing tight. Thought for a second I was going to clip Brad in the left rear. Did not.
Slow down, slow down. Car inside.
Cindric giving us a push down the front straightaway. 55 laps to go. Not going to be pitting this time yet either.
Easy on your tires, man.
Still running 50 O's. Stay out this time. Probably going to look to pit the following lap. To be coming to 53 to go.
Clear high if you want it.
When the move will be made to pit. Kyle Larson, by the way, in the lead. We're getting the lead on the restart.
Try to save some fuel if you can. Alright, bring it in and pit this. Make any adjustment you
All right. To save time and hold on to the lead lap in case of a caution, I'm going to go right side tires only. No adjustments. And enough fuel that could get me within the final fuel window. Then I'll take 4 on the last stop.
Bring it in and pit this time. Car outside.
So just trying to save a little bit of time. As long as we stay on the lead lap and we catch a caution, we're right back in this thing. So that's what we're going to go with. We didn't get one in stage 2, but I don't think we're going to go stage 2 and stage 3 without a caution. Just don't speed into the pits. Oh my God! Oh my goodness, that's not good. That is a speeding penalty for Kyle Busch. Well, now it doesn't even matter what I did at the stage end if I sped on pit road. Full speeding penalties under green flag stops on the season. Pocono, Indy, 2.5 mile big ovals. Man, that's gonna put us a lap down.
Stay on your blend line here.
I mean, I took right sides only just so I could stay on the lead lap. That's not good at all for Kyle Busch. We were going to stay on the lead lap too, unfortunately. Still catch the caution. You got 3 laps before the black flag, and we'll stop being scored. So we're going to skip it this time here. This is just in case we get a caution with the leaders behind us. Well, we're still on the lead lap. Stay out this time by, and then we'll have to pit the following time by. If we don't catch the caution before that, Byron pulling out of line, looking like he's going to try to get by Larson. I'd imagine even with a pass through, the entire field's going to get by us. Alright, yep, got to pit this time. Oh, wow, I overdrove that corner. Golly. Well, this is a race that just completely got away from me. Yeah, I got no one to blame but myself. Don't speed again. I notice I stay in 5th gear and the car slows down a lot faster than what it does when I actually downshift. On a downshift, I feel like I just slide the tires and I can't get the car to actually slow down to pit speed. That's how I sped in practice too.
You're clear out.
Well, 49 to go in the race. No way we're getting up into the pre-pass position. I mean, we're gonna need multiple cautions to get back into this race. I can get a top 10 finish with 1 yellow because there's that many cars a lap down, but There goes the chips and queso. Well, I wouldn't say that necessarily because I think there's only 6 or 7 cars on the lead lap. I think there's definitely still a chance we can get to be the first car a lap down. Not ruling a top 10 out of the question, but... Wait, why am I 2 laps down? Hold on a second.
Outside door.
Did they stop scoring me a lap early?
Stay low. Clear outside.
Oh, that frustrates
Outside
me.
door. Clear up top.
Did I seriously lose an extra lap for absolutely nothing? We're supposed to get 3 laps. I pitted on the 3rd lap. That's unbelievable. I mean, that's a crock. I'm just pissed now. I mean, I got myself in this mess to begin with, but I shouldn't be 2 laps down. I should be 1 lap down.
Outside door. All clear.
Unbelievable.
Car outside. Clear up top.
The crew chief even said pit this time or you're not going to be scored. So I pitted. And then they still didn't score me.
Car outside. Clear outside.
Yeah, appeal post. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna work considering it was an on-track penalty, not a fine or any kind of a post-race penalty. I don't think I can appeal it even if it was real life.
One outside.
Wow. 16 stage points today, too.
Clear, clear.
I mean, that's the biggest stripe I have with this game is the penalty system. We haven't really ran into this issue since Coda, when it was giving me track limit penalties for being on track at various times. That was very frustrating. We've ran a couple of road course races since and haven't had that problem. But the fact that they stopped scoring me a lap early after having the speeding penalty, that doesn't even make any sense.
One high. Clear, clear.
Getting some spots back. I don't know how far up in the running order I can actually race myself at 2 laps down. Every point still matters for the regular season. I mean, this is not only the race win that got away, but we are losing so many points for our finishing position here. I mean, I'm talking like 20 plus points if we don't get back inside the top 17 compared to winning. I still think we're going to catch a caution, but it's not going to do us any good if caution ends up coming out anyway. We're only going to get 1 lap back. Do a quick race at Coda, see if they... I'll just worry about it when we get there next time. Not going to put myself through that again. I've had enough misery tonight as it is. I apologize for not being fully focused at the stage break. But, and I, you know, messed it up. Obviously doubled down with that mess up on the speeding penalty, but should only be 1 lap down instead of 2. I'll call it a game glitch. Pit this time or you're not going to be scored, and then I don't get scored anyway, even if I pit. What was the point of me pitting there if I just wasn't going to be scored anyway? That's disappointing. Very disappointing because I only have fresher right side tires and I'm still blowing by guys. Oh my gosh. What could have been? We catch a caution. I hope it's before they cycle through the fuel window. That would be the ideal situation. Unfortunately, there's no free pass for being the first car 2 laps down. And because I put just enough fuel in it to get me to the end of the race on 1 more stop, we're not going to be able to take the wave around, unfortunately. Well, I probably could, but then I'd have to go fuel only again. If I did that. There's a lot more cars than what I would have expected that are more than 1 lap down.
Stay low. Clear high if you want it.
Make up some time on 4 fresh tires before everybody else pits, too. Guarantee I'm going to be the first car 2 laps down at the end of the race. Very Kyle Busch-esque way to lose a race. Yes, it is. This is painful because I had probably the most speed in practice I've had all season on a non-drafting oval. Oh my gosh, this is the most heartbreaking loss I've had yet, I think. Getting past on the last lap of the Daytona 500 was tough, but I mean, there was nothing I could have done there. This was all avoidable. Man, this is so painful.
Car outside.
There's Buschers in 5th that were faster than him too. Oh my gosh.
They're outside. Car high. They're outside. Car high.
Just able to get some clean air on the nose.
Clear up top.
Well, still race for a top 20. It's going to be a better finish than Dover. Just by playing this all the way out to the checker. Stay out of the pits this time. We'll pit the following lap. Big run in the draft there behind Suarez.
Outside now.
Not wasting any time here. Get to the inside. It looks like 20th is the best we can do at 2 laps down. And that would be Ross Chastain in the 1 car just in front of us.
All right, bring it in and pit this time. Try to save some fuel if you can.
Ouch.
All right, let us know what adjustments you need.
All right, well,
Bring it in, pit this
4
time.
tires top her off.
You're low on fuel. Back it down, back it down.
Sliding the tires. Didn't speed that time. I'll go gung-ho for 21st, I guess. What a disappointment. Man, this animation's so slow. Kind of reminds me of NASCAR 21 Ignition. I remember the animation was super slow on that game. It's very similar to that, honestly. There's no reason. I mean, no next-gen pit stop is 16.1 seconds for a clean stop. I mean, they're down in the sub 10 seconds a lot of the time. Well, 35 to go. Barely into the good on fuel, but if we finish 2 laps down, we're going to be probably 3 to 4 laps to the good instead of 1 to 2. Not to mention if we catch a caution. Hamlin passed Kyle Larson on track for the lead. Freshest tires in the field for Busch, so we are definitely going to be the fastest car on the racetrack for a little bit. I don't think we're going to have enough time to make up enough lap time on the leaders to get a lap back this way. It'd be awesome if we did, but I just don't think that that's going to be possible. I mean, I had at least a half a track, if not a little bit more than that, behind Larson and around a 2.5 mile oval. I mean, that's a mile and a quarter. I just don't see us making up that kind of time on fresh tires. The tires haven't meant that much here today. I cannot believe we had cautions back in stage 1. 2 of them by the AI, and we haven't had any since. Very strange how this race played out. Your boy's got to get his head in the game. We'll go for redemption at Iowa. Ah, come on. That is not taking advantage of 4 tires.
Leaders on pit road.
Larson's pitting this time. Hamlin stays out. Very interesting to see if the 11 or the 5 is going to be the one to cycle out ahead.
Clear outside.
Bum trapped Alex Bowman here.
Outside door.
Down the front stretch at Indy.
Car outside.
Got Johnson and Zilich in a hurry. Hamlin's still on the track. Gonna say Denny Hamlin wins the Brickyard 400. I think he's had a little bit more pace than Larson, but Larson did have the lead right before he hit pit road.
Outside now. 3 wide. Clear all around. Leader is pitting. It's 1 outside. Clear high.
The 11 finally on pit road. Right back to 2 laps down again. A lot of the cars that are 2 laps down are either on their way into the pits or haven't pitted yet. So that's why we haven't cycled back inside the top 20. Chris Buescher going to lead for a brief moment. The best time for a caution would be right now after we're back to 2 laps down again. I think there'll be more cars 2 down with Buescher leading still.
One high. 3 wide. Clear high.
Deep sail off into turn 1. Larson back in the lead now. Buescher onto pit road.
Outside door. They're outside.
You know, with the speeding penalty, I'm not sure how many cars are off of the lead lap. Exactly. But I do wonder if we maybe could have gotten the free pass position. At the very least in this race, had we not had that extra lap penalty, we would definitely be up, I think, in 13th. At a lap down with the speeding penalty. If the game didn't put us an extra lap down, I think we would need to gain at least a few more positions. It's either 7 or 8 cars on the lead lap. Ouch. I don't even know if I care anymore at this point. No way we're going to lose any more spots the rest of the race. There's only 2 cars 2 laps down. It's us and Chastain. Terry Lewis, thanks for tuning in. Oh, man. I wish I had a do-over. Not the entire race, just the final stage. I wish I had a do-over.
Stay low. Clear high. 20 to go.
20 laps left at the line. Hamlin did catch up and pass Kyle Larson for the lead yet again. So we are back to the 11 car out in front. In the event of a caution, I'm still going to pit for fresh tires. Just drive up to get the 1 lap down and then maybe catch a caution again. Get some more spots out of it that way. Still always going to be something to fight for. Trying to get every last point we can. I'm curious to see what the regular season standings are going to look like with 4 races to go. Even if I had a shot at the win, I was going to guarantee myself a top 4 finish. At least that's what kind of speed I had. Tough to say if it went green to the end if I would have won, but whatever chance we would have had was ruined.
You're all clear.
With the speeding penalty alone.
Outside door. Clear high if you want it.
So missed the pits twice at Dover. Speeding penalty at Pocono and Indy. Pit road has not been my friend in the summer stretch of races, let me tell you. Got to get better.
One outside.
It's really crazy because I didn't have any problems the entire season up until the last handful of races. Now I've had 3 different tracks where I've had some sort of pit road blunders. Take us out of a top 10 at Pocono. Dover, definitely out of a top 20. We finished 21st. Definitely cost us some positions. How many laps down we finished and how slow the car was there, I don't know. I would have been able to gain so many more spots. At least a top 5 here at Indy, if not a shot at the win. And at the 5-second penalty, it is in pretty much every other NASCAR video game. It is a legit pass-through, as they would do in real life. And highly unfortunate the way things turned out for us there. Nemechek's 2 laps down. Guaranteed at least 1 more position to gain in the event of a caution. It's going to be better than Dover in the last race by at least 1 spot. Well, that will catch a caution. You know, I honestly don't even care that I shouldn't be an extra lap down anyway.
Here's the changes we're making. Let us know if you want to switch.
So fuck it.
Okay, we're pitting here.
Not gonna do much for us anyway, but get a couple more positions. That's about it.
10 away. Green. Car outside.
Story of stage 3 right there, that's for sure. 10 laps left. Bubba Wall's got the free pass in 5th, it looks like, so only 5 cars on the lead lap.
Outside door.
Should be 1 lap down or 2.
Car outside.
And that's why I pitted. Fresh tires.
Clear outside.
We actually have a little bit of an advantage here.
Outside door. 3 wide.
Oh, I clipped the grass there. Jimmy, you gotta give me room, dude.
Yellow's out.
Got to give us room.
Pit road is open. Here's what we're looking to do.
I might not even be able to get those couple of spots back that I lost.
car's off.
Now Tyler Reddick gets the free pass in 7th. 6th, rather.
Green, green, green. One outside. They're outside. Car outside. 3 wide. 1 high. 3 wide.
4 wide, actually spotted.
1 high. Clear inside. Car outside. Clear up top. Car
Say,
outside.
all right, no, he wasn't going to give us room there.
One outside. 5 to go now. Clear high.
5 laps left for Denny Hamlin.
Outside. 3 wide.
Try to win the Brickyard 400.
Clear high. Outside.
Bump draft. Shane Van Gisbergen down this back straightaway.
1 high.
Couple of big pushes pulling out of line to the bottom now.
Clear high if you want it. Clear all around. 1 bottom. Clear all around. Outside door. Outside door. 1 bottom.
Ooh, man, almost turned myself off Justin Haley's front bumper.
Outside now.
Trying to keep the speed up down the straightaway by staying in the draft as much as possible through all that.
1 bottom. Clear low if you want it. Or outside.
Suarez to the inside. Give me room, Daniel. Bogging us down.
Hold your line. Outside now.
Well, Nemechek and Jones are just up ahead of us.
Clear outside. Outside. Still there. 1 high. 3 wide. Car high.
Going for 18th on the 43 car of Eric Jones. And as Kyle Busch makes that
Clear
pass,
high.
it's going to be as high up in the running order as we're actually going to be able to finish in today's race. A lot of contact with Ryan Preece. Save it, Preece.
Car high.
Kind of saved it for him.
1 on the bottom. Clear low. Clear inside.
Damage the nose. That contact.
Outside now.
Now the car is going to be plowing again.
Clear high. 2 to go now. Inside.
2 laps left to get back by the 43 car.
Stay high.
Ooh, with the car shoving. Holding on to the outside well enough.
Stay
Fresher
high.
tires, obviously, huge factor in that.
1 outside.
Big push.
Clear inside.
Yeah.
Clear
So,
outside.
18th. Definitely could have been better. Maybe even a shot at the win. We'll never know. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go for Denny Hamlin.
White flag, bring it home now.
Speeding penalty cost us a win. The glitch costed us a shot at a top 10. After winning stage 1 and finishing 5th in stage 2,
Clear up top.
the speed was there.
Side now. Clear.
Execution was not, but the team that did execute of Denny Hamlin is going to get the race win. Congratulations to Hamlin there. Only 6 cars finish on the lead lap. Margin of victory, 0.6 of a second for the 11 car. 24 crashed up in 4th at the end of stage 2. He shouldn't have even been on the lead lap, but oh well. Really wish there were DNFs in this game, because there's no way Byron would have continued. That's for sure. And because they can't continue even after crashing, the same, 5 guys, I feel like, are winning races every single race. Hamlin and Byron have, what, 5 and 6 wins apiece now? And we have 5? Crazy. Well, let's see what the damage is. This is going to be highly unfortunate to look at. Oh, boy. Yeah, 5 wins apiece for Byron, Hamlin, and Busch. SVG with 2 wins. Ryan Blaney has 1. Bowman, Gibbs, Gillen have 1. I forgot Gibbs pulled off the upset at Dover with the pit strategy race. Larson's still winless somehow, but he's been top 3 in the regular season standings all year. He's second still. Second in the regular season standings, but no wins for Larson. So he's definitely lacking playoff points. He's won a ton of stages, though. 14 stage points. Some of that might be counting. I don't think he actually has 14 stage wins. I think some of that's counting the fact he's second in the regular season standings and he would get 10 points for that. So he probably only has like 4 stage wins, but still, at least he's got some points off the regular season standings. All right, we'll see who's all ahead of us here. Byron, Hamlin, Larson, they were going to be next to impossible to catch anyway. We have really slipped away from Elliott after that last race. He's almost 100 points ahead of us. 87 ahead, Elliott is. And we are 21 behind Bell. And we're still ahead of Blaney by 8. The stage win in the 5th place in stage 2 at least bailed us out a little bit with the 18th place finish, but I mean, we could have had a 50-plus point performance today for sure if I just didn't have the speeding penalty. I mean, even with that final stage going green, only having the 5 cars on the lead lap like we did, we would have been locked into a top 5. So, yeah, that's very tough. That's very tough. Let's see, Briscoe's ahead of us by 3. So Briscoe, Bell, Elliott, Larson, Hamlin, Byron. So we're still 7th. We did not lose any points or lose any positions in the regular season standings, but what did happen is Briscoe is 3 ahead of us. So we're 3 points out of 6th. And we are, 17 points behind Bell for 5th. So we can still get a top 5 in the regular season points. And Blaney's only 8 points behind us right now in 8th. Tyler Reddick is only 24 points behind us right now. And Watkins Glen, I think, is going to be my weak point of the 4 races left in the regular season to try to get that top 5 regular season points finish. But Richmond, short tracks haven't been great at either. Haven't won any of them. We've only won 2 drafting style ovals and 3 intermediates with the 1.5 miles. And we don't have another 1.5 miles left until the round of 12 of the playoffs, which is Kansas. We do have a drafting oval of Daytona. We finished 2nd in the 500, and we won Dega. We won the summer Atlanta race, and a top 10 in the spring Atlanta race as well. Richmond, with it being high tire fall off, I think we're going to be better at Richmond than what we were at Bristol. Martinsville, we had a top 10, so maybe we get a top 10 at Richmond. Maybe we have even better than that. We'll have to see how that all pans out. And Iowa, not going to see as much fall off there, I don't believe, but we'll see. We'll see. Friday will be Iowa. We're going to race Rockingham for the Xfinity Series yesterday. And then we will, or yesterday, tomorrow, we're going to race Rockingham Xfinity Series. Then we're going to race Xfinity at Talladega the following day. So, at Ryan Truex season, we've won back-to-back. We'll try to go for 3, maybe even 4 in a row. What an upset that'd be for Sam Hunt Racing. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a good rest of your night.